It's a Stand On It podcast. It's true.
Sit down, you gotta stand on it. If it's for certain, let's have around, you gotta stand on it. Open the curtain, it's going down, you gotta stand on it. Cause I put my stamp on it, so you gotta stand. You gotta stand on it. 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 You gotta stand.
People don't like being themselves. That's what's wrong with the world. Everybody got to wear this mask and keep up this thing. But, you know, what you going to tell your kids when you're not really who you are? Like, it's certain things. Like, I feel like you can't lie. You lie to people you scared to. And so many people are scared of society, scared of the public. So they got to lie every day. They have to live a lie. Yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to look rich today on Instagram. I'm going to sit on my man car that just bought the new car and make these 12 females think it's mine so I can get some sex out of them. I'm going to post this watch up so niggas think I'm balling. I'm going to take these dudes' bottles when they come to the section. You know what I mean? There's so much facades and smoke screen.
What you just heard was an interview that Taxstone, shout out Taxstone, man, and just a side note, a lot of y'all who doing pods now, y'all former rappers and all these people, y'all should give that man his due, man, because that man inspired y'all to do what y'all do. He put y'all in position to do what y'all do, and it's just sickening how a lot of y'all shitting on him right now in the current phase. But anyway, this interview he did on Vlad TV where he was talking about people don't want to be themselves. So that's the topic for tonight. We're going to talk about who are you, and then we really go dive into this emasculating of men. But before we get to that, who are you? Yeah, who are you? Think about that. This is dude who came around and we were kind of talking about that, you know, and I would see him be one way around certain people, but he always was kind of trying to be different around me or feel like he had to be impressive. And it would be the things that he would talk about. Like, he would overly try and make me think he was tough, or he might overly try and make me think he had this high business acumen. And I really didn't understand it. But then I did when I thought about it. Like, this guy don't know who he is. He has no clue on who he is. See, I respect the person who just be you. That's what I want around me. I don't care if you ain't never been involved in no street shit. I don't care if whatever you do that's your true authentic self, that's what I respect, man, and that's what I want around me. But tonight, like I said, we're going to really dive into this emasculating of men. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give y'all all kind of perspectives on it, and I'm going to keep it real on my story. You know, I'm going to let y'all know what's been going on with me and the understanding I had to come to for myself and really check myself on it. But look at the screen. Look at this first picture. Here you have Tay Diggs. Now, you might say, okay, well, Tay Diggs, he's an actor, so maybe that's acting. No, that had nothing to do with acting. And I know you done seen more pictures recently. Somebody sent me one of a Nike ad. Dude had on a Nike tennis skirt. And I know y'all done seen more and more pictures of this. Just the furthering of emasculating of men. But now I'm going to start off with the first point. Have you really thought about the ways that as a man, and it ain't got no color on it, black, white, whatever, have you thought about what you do to emasculate yourself? Before anybody else have a chance to, have you thought about what you do to emasculate yourself? Because, see, I had to think about that. And I had to think about it even more so when I'm putting this content together. But see, even before I put the content together, I came to that realization a while ago, like, bro, you really was emasculating yourself and you wasn't even really aware of it. Let me give you an example. I've been married twice. Twice. Yep, been married twice. I've never been faithful in a relationship until the one I'm in now. Never. Never been faithful until my current relationship. 3 years ago, and I'm not telling you this as no bragging, because the shit lame as hell, if you think about it. I emasculated myself. 3 years ago, my side chick had a miscarriage. And see, I couldn't grieve. I couldn't say anything. You know why? Because I'm at home with my old lady. So think about that now. I'm out here, I got a side chick, she having a miscarriage, but I can't even be there. I can't say anything because guess what? It should have never happened in the first place. So now when I look back and I keep it real with myself, that shit was lame as hell. Lame as hell. But I'm going to bring another point to you. So people always talk about, oh yeah, you know, I want me a Proverbs 31 wife. I want me a capable wife. I got to have me a capable wife. Okay, check this out. Look at the screen. So this comes from Proverbs 31:23. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. So now it highlights, what a capable woman is, but it also highlights, hey, her husband is someone who respected. Look at the first part. Someone respected at the city gate. What's the purpose of the gate? To keep you out, right? So if you somebody who's not respected, what they gonna say? Nah, you can't come in here. Think about the club. Put it in their relation. You go to the club, if you respect it, hey, and you know the owner or whatever, you don't gotta wait in line like everybody else. There's a level of respect that you carry. So they like, oh yeah, look at the other part, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. Elders ain't just in age. It's the wise people around. He respected, he can come in here, and not only that, he can sit down at the table with the wisest of people. In that moment, when I was living my life like that, I wasn't qualified for that. And see, I'm telling you this because ain't nobody gonna tell you this. See, what society has now as a man, oh boy, you gotta have so many women that you can't keep up with them. And see, these dudes, they like to brag about that. Boy, I got this woman, and I'm over here, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. Okay. You emasculating yourself. Ain't nobody else doing it. In that moment, you emasculating yourself. See, we tie emasculation to clothes, men carrying handbags like I talked about last week. That's part of it. But see, the decisions that we make as a man, it emasculates ourselves. Think about this concept. You want to control a woman, or you want a woman to listen to you, but you can't even control yourself. You have no control over your sexual appetite, but then you want to go tell a woman, oh, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Keep it real. You ain't got no control over yourself. That's one of the worst parts of it. And then when you look at it, we come with these excuses. Oh, well, we ain't supposed to be with one woman. Cut it out. I want us to cut that shit out now. I understand history. I understand culture. I understand all of that. But if you feel like that you're not supposed to be with one woman, then don't go be with one of them. Don't go be with one and then say, oh, well, I'm cheating because I ain't even supposed to be with one. Nah, because you're not that man of character who could be with multiple women. Because if you were, you wouldn't settle down with one. That's what you got to come to the realization of. So we want to make all these excuses as far as what's going on. Another thing, emasculating yourself. If there's a man who's always looking for an easy way to make money, Got to keep an eye on him. When did it become okay for a man not to want to work hard? Real shit. When did it become okay for a man not to want to work hard? They don't want calluses on their hands. They don't want... And let me tell you something else. Take this down to a kid's level. I'm in the barbershop one summer. And I'm just sitting there. And this ain't on no weird shit. This is just on some real shit. There were several little boys in there with shorts on. They ain't had no scrapes on their legs. Little boys? I still got so many cuts and scrapes on my legs from a kid being outside, falling, doing all this other stuff. What are we doing? But now we put a phone in their hand, put a tablet in their hand, put a game controller in their hand, sit them in front of the TV. They don't even own a bike. But these are the examples, and then we want to say, man, they just want to be out here emasculating men. No, brothers, we're doing it to ourselves first. First, we got to stop doing it to ourselves. That's what we got to do. And then we can look at the outside forces who are attempting to emasculate us, and we got to see that threat and eliminate that. But we got to start at home first. Another thing, I look at shit, right? Simple stuff. Simple stuff that I look like, oh man, this man is already emasculated. She outside the car pumping gas. You sitting on the passenger side, maybe scrolling through your phone. Y'all walking on the sidewalk. You on the inside. She out by the road. Shit like that. Women come in. Y'all come in to a gathering. The woman come in first. You trailing behind. Like, I pay attention to all of it. And I'm like, boy, this man here, he on something else. Give you another example. And this probably go piss people off. And they go be like, oh, you going too far. I feel like Breonna Taylor could have potentially still been alive if she had a masculine man. And let me explain why. Look at the screen. This is what he said after he met with the police, after she was killed, after he opened fire. Look at the screen. Walker says that after he and Taylor heard the banging on the door and there was no response when Taylor screamed out, "Who is it?" he grabbed his legally owned gun and they went to answer the door. First of all, his name wasn't on the lease. I don't even know all of this or none of this, but I'm telling you his actions let me know his name wasn't on the lease. Or why is your woman yelling out, "Who is it?" Or he over there knowing he had no business over there. She dealing with somebody else. Outside of that, you hear a potential threat. You grab your gun and you take your woman along with you? So the other day, me and my lady, we sitting in our living room. Now, we can count on our hands the number of people who know where we live and who've been in our home. We gotta really fool with you for you to come kick it with us. And it ain't even people who just go pop up on us. They go call and let us know like, hey, I'm gonna fall through or something like that. So we ain't got no call from nobody. Ain't nobody buzzed the gate. But all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. She gets up. I said, hold on. What you doing? I got it. Have a seat. I got it. Like, I'm not going to send my lady to the door when somebody... Who's on the other side? I don't know that. My job is to provide and protect. So in that moment, I'm going to send my lady to the door. And all it was just a neighbor letting us know something had fell in the yard and she thought it was one of the kids, and that's what it was. She was bringing it over there. But I didn't know that. But I'm not going to send my lady to go check that out. But now you see more and more of men calling their woman to come kill the bug that's just done wandered out of nowhere. Men are yelling and screaming now, and the women having to take care of what need to be taken care of. Oh, what? Like, come on, man. We got to stop this. So, why have men become so comfortable with being emasculated? I really don't understand that. Why have men become so comfortable with being emasculated? I was talking to a young lady, and she was telling me about how when they got ready to go out, her dude starts getting ready before she even do. And she'll be ready, and he's still getting ready. I mean, just let that sink in, man. Me and my lady got plans to go out. We leaving at 7. I'm starting to get dressed at 5. And I'm still getting ready. What are we doing? These are the men who shooting themselves at all these different angles, pressing their lips together, making sure they got enough Carmax and all that on. They're comfortable with being emasculated. And so when women say, oh man, these men ain't hitting on nothing like it, I get it. I get it in a lot of cases. Because they're comfortable now with being emasculated. But let's transition a little bit. How are women emasculating men? Check out the video.
So I was talking to one of my students, and she was telling me some of the behavior. She said, he's not responding to me. We're growing apart. And as she began telling me the behavior, I said, the truth is you're emasculating him. And when I began to explain what emasculating is, and it happens all the time with women, and I'm like, let me share with you the behaviors. And every man, when you start to emasculate a man, he's going to withdraw from you. So let me give you the 6 ways a woman is emasculating her man. Number 1, constantly telling him what he doesn't do. You never talk about what he does do. It's always, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this. And then if you compare them to someone else, that's even worse. You know what? Instead of focusing on what he doesn't do, focus on what he does do. You'll get more of it. Number 2, talking down or condescending. Oh, that ain't gonna work, or I don't know why you're doing that, or everything he does. And he's not going to tell you you're belittling me, but he's going to feel it. People feel it and internalize it, and he's going to start resenting you for it. Now, you think you're just keeping it real. You're just telling the truth. But yet, every time you snatch a little bit of his soul, he withdraws from you. Number 3, you use phrases like, I wish you would. I wish you would have done this. I wish you would have done that. Or, man up, just be a man about it. Well, the problem with those phrases are the connotation is that you're weak. The connotation is that you're less than. I wish you would have gone to school. I wish you would have taken that job. Instead of saying, you know what? Let's focus on making you better, empowering you so that you can take the next opportunity. But no, you want to remind him of shit he hasn't done. Number 4, constantly making decisions without him, without his input. It's like, well, you're going to make the decision anyway. So then when you ask him something, what does he say? I don't know. You'll figure it out. Or you just make the decision. It's because he's been emasculated so long that he doesn't really want to be a part of that at all. All right. Number 5. You challenge everything he says. If he says, I know women like this. I'm just being honest. I coach them because they're very successful in their careers. And then he might say, well, the sky is blue. And you'll look up there. Just because he said it was blue, you said, no, it's green. No, hell no, it's green. Everything he says, you have to go against it. And what do you feel? You're emasculating him. And the last thing, number 6, is you criticize or downplay his achievements. And you might not think you're doing it, but you are.
So, y'all hear these things? And I've seen some of the examples of this. I've been at kickbacks and things, and I saw a woman just be so condescending to her man out in public. I've seen women just making all kind of decisions without their man, and it boils down to there's no respect. That she don't respect him. But here's the other thing I want y'all to understand. Women know who they can play that with. It's the same way a dude in the street, they know who they could try or who they think can be an easy target. And when you see certain relationships with a woman who just headstrong, you already understand what's going on. Oh, she with him, cause yeah, he gonna put up with that. Like he just mild tempered. He ain't go check her. He go let her just say what she want to say and do what she want to do, and she go continue to emasculate him. But then she go tell her homegirls, oh, I want a man's man. You'll hear them say that. I want a man's man. But see, what you trying to do is make a woman's man. You want a man's man, but your actions is showing you trying to make a woman's man. You can't have it both ways. And man, you got to stop allowing them to try and have it both ways. You can't do that. So, give you another example. Me and my old lady, we run business together. She runs the record label. I run the podcast network. So dudes are trying to approach her and say, oh, we're going to do this. I think we're going to do that and that. She never wavers. Because we locked in step. We know what our goals is. You can come with whatever you want to come with. Same with me. You can bring me whatever you want to bring to the table and say, hey, I got this deal for you. I want to do this. Guess what I'm going to do? Me and my lady go sit down and chop it up. Because we on the same page. We understand what our goals are, what we want to do. But you'll hear women say, oh, yeah, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Nah, baby girl, you're not a boss. Because a boss has workers. What men are working for you? What men are putting in work to gain you as his woman? That's why you see the post, oh, I'm just focusing on myself. That's why you see women having to say, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Look at the video.
Understand that, like, I don't want to always have to boss up past my man. You know what I mean? Like, I want a man to, like, boss me.
Well, let me ask you a question, though. Do you think a man that's a boss himself is going to want to go ahead and deal with a girl that's bossy herself? I'll answer for you. The answer is no.
Yeah.
No. Would you date a guy that's prettier than you and wears a dress on Saturdays?
No, but that doesn't make him a boss.
Hold on. It's the same logic. Women that are bosses are masculine. Men that wear dresses are feminine. We don't want a masculine ass chick just like you don't want a feminine ass man. But you expect us to accept that fuckery, and I'm telling you we're not. The more masculine a man is, the less tolerance he's going to have for a masculine woman. So you got to change or just deal with a bunch of pussies that will accept that.
That's why.
Real spill. Like, oh, I'm a boss. And women, y'all think y'all be saying something when y'all say that. You're not saying anything. You telling a man everything he need to know when you say that. But now, when y'all come together, then y'all can be bosses. The man still go lead, but now y'all are bosses. The man you've created in your woman, another boss, who's an extension of you. Let me tell you what the acronym stand for. Both on same shit every second. That's bosses. Both on same shit every second. Y'all got the same goal. Y'all are aligned and headed down the same path. Those are bosses. Your degree, your money, your independence, that don't make you a boss. It don't. It's screaming, oh, I'm doing this to offset what I'm lacking in other areas. So I gotta make sure I have that education. Or I gotta make sure I'm getting that career that's really gonna get me some money. So I can always say quickly, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. And here's the other thing that's really popped up. Y'all know every year we get a new saying that women throw out. Whether it's period, that was last year, the year before that. Now you seeing more women say, oh, I'm in my soft girl era. I'm in my soft girl era. Are you? What is that? When you gonna be in your great woman era? You see what I'm saying? I had to check myself on that. I used to be like, my girl, my girl. I got a woman. A girl lacks a certain level of maturity. Hence why we call her a girl. Woman, lady. That's what I'm referring to my woman as. Because she's a woman. But see, y'all get all these phrases and it's made to be cool. Oh, I'm in my soft girl era. Why you ain't been in the era of just being a great woman? But see, we'll throw out reason. Man, my man cheated. My baby daddy ain't shit. My dad wasn't around. Or just men ain't shit in general. Why do you put up with it then? See, subconsciously, the same way I said, I had to subconsciously realize I was emasculating myself. The same problems that you have with men, subconsciously, you condoning it. I'll give you an example. All the women who be with a dope boy. Then he go to jail, or he end up dead, or the women who be with a street dude. He go to jail, or end up dead, and you like, man, I don't know why. You were going along with it. As long as life was good, you was enjoying the ride. So if you really had a problem with it, while life is good, you like, nah, I'm not tolerating it. I've had women do that to me. I don't want no part of the lifestyle you got going on right now. And they stood on it. I don't want no part of it. But see, you got to analyze that in yourself. Like, yeah, maybe they wasn't shit. Maybe they had their own faults. But if you're there, being tolerable of it, this is what you helping mold this man to be. So why you want to talk shit about him? And then I asked the woman, oh, well, why you stay? I got needs. No, you don't. You got wants. Because according to y'all don't need a man when the rose drop, right? So if the rose came out, I don't need a man. You got wants. At that point, if you saying I need a man for sex, that's a want. So let's just keep it all the way real. But see, you don't want to change who you are because you don't know who you are. And it ain't just about women, it's men too. Don't know who you are. There's an identity crisis. That's why you have people looking to these athletes, these rappers, these celebrities, trying to model their lives behind these people because they have no idea who they are. Oh, that person look cool. I think I want to be like them. Oh, she look cool. I see a lot of people like her. She got a huge following. I want to be like her. I want to start using her lingo. I want to start dressing like her. See, a woman with that tough exterior, it's a defense mechanism. But like I said, women already know who they can play that with. They know the men that ain't gonna go for that. And a lot of times those are the men that they seek out because they want to stay in that masculine energy. And they want a man who's gonna be tolerable of that. But see, the divine alignment, the matriarchal family, that's not what's intended. The man is supposed to lead. The man is supposed to be the provider, the protector. But the man, again, you got to be somebody who's worth following. And I had to come to that realization. Most women would be like, oh, yeah, like, that's a real man. I wasn't. And I gave you the example. Why? Because of things that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, y'all want to go, no matter how much you think, And here's the other thing. And this ain't gonna be popular either. All this women empowerment stuff, all these brunches we going to. And I asked somebody, what y'all talked about at this? Oh, it was just like, getting a business, really just building each other up, letting them know you're a queen, adjust your crown. That screams to me that it's a lot of people in a room with self-esteem problems. If that's what you went there for, why y'all ain't there talking about, hey, this the business me and my significant other are working on. This is what we doing for the kids. This is what we want to impact the younger women in the community. That's empowerment. See, y'all so quick to put a title on stuff because it sound cool. Oh, we having a women empowerment brunch. But when I ask about the feedback, there's no takeaways. It's like I said last week, what's the plan? There don't be no takeaways. So really think about when you talk about these things, okay, this is what I'm on. Give an example. Last week, I'm getting on the kids about something they was doing. And my girl come in and it was something that they didn't clean up. She come in and she cleaning up behind them. I get on the kids and then I get on her privately after. I'm like, yo, why you doing that? Like, that's not them learning. That's not. She calmly said to me, you know what she said? She said, I get it. She said, but what I do make sure they understand this is what you got to do. She said, but you got so much shit outside of these doors you got to focus on. You take care of us. You protect us. You provide for us. I don't want to add to your plate that they ain't keeping the house clean. That's my role. I don't even want you worried about that. That's why I get in there and do that. That's a woman. See, it's a whole, y'all talk 50-50. I ain't going 50-50 with no man on bills. This is a woman. This is a partnership, right? That's what I have. I have a woman. That's my partner. But see, y'all get it so misconstrued, and all you hear is, and I done heard a dude say this. Heard a dude say this at the barbershop the other week. He was complaining about how his old lady was, and she just always nagging. And dude said, bro, you ain't checked her? What you saying to her? Here go the saying that everybody throw out. Happy wife, happy life. See, that's a heavily emasculated man. That's a very selfish mentality. That's not the goal. Happy wife, happy life. So you mean to tell me everybody's happiness don't matter? Why is it just one person? That's not how that should go down. But see, again, when you're not aware of what's going on, you don't know who you are, that's the kind of logic you come up with. Going to another area. I know this woman who just posts heavy on the internet. Just posting heavy. And now, I done got into the zone. I'm not going to give you my opinion unless you listening to my pod or if you ask me for it. Now, if you want the game, just listen to my pod because I'm going to tell you the real. But now, if you reach out to me and ask me, I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you, whether you want to hear it or not. Why you think I don't got a man? You on the internet too much. Huh? Yes. Men don't want to. Let me tell y'all ladies, and I'm going to give y'all some free game. This is what happened. You get on the internet, you post all the sexy pictures and all of this stuff. You know what's going on in a man's head? Well, I wonder what I got to do to hit that. What I got to do. Once they get what they want, it's a wrap. Or it might go on for a little while. It's fun. This man ain't seeing no long future with you. And then you'll come and say, oh, when I get me a man, I'm going to get off the internet. You don't think he already done seen what you on? Why you waiting till you get the man and be like, oh, I'm going to get off the internet then? They already done saw how you moving. So that doesn't matter. That's backwards. Showcase what you really are. That's what a real man who's looking for a real woman, that's what they looking at. Yo, what is she really? I like to look at women in 3 settings. Around their family, specifically around their family. If they have children, around their kids, and how they treat strangers. And you might say, well, why? It tells the story. Pay attention to a woman. How she is with her family, how she is with her kids, and how she is with strangers. If a woman just out all the time, oh man, y'all out, she just being loud and sending food back at the restaurant and causing a scene. Ladies, that's not what real men looking at. But see, these celebrities have fooled y'all into thinking, oh, men want boisterous women. They want women who just basking in this masculine energy. No. And women, stop thinking it's cute to say you toxic. That shit ain't cute, man. Think about this. Say you walking down and there's a sign that says the area is closed off and there's a fence around it. Toxic waste. They done fenced this off because they don't want you to come near it because they know it's dangerous. Why the hell would you want to take that title for yourself? Oh, I'm toxic. And think, let's go, boy, she toxic. Let me go get her. Real men ain't on that. But see, that's the thing. Y'all know that. Y'all are very smart. Women are very smart. Y'all know real men ain't on that. But see, again, you're not ready to address what you need to address with yourself so you can get that man that you tell everybody you want. You tell everybody you waiting on God to send you. It ain't going to happen for you. Give you another example of what a woman told me one time. Posted a picture one time. And she hopped in my inbox and said, hey, I been had my eye on you. It sparked a bar in a song I did. It said, shorty said she been had her eye on me. I told her I hear you. But tell me this, at what point though did your vision get clearer? See, a gold digger's goal is to watch it unfold and shoot up a shot. Now, hold on. Yeah, you been had your eye on me, but did your vision get clearer? When you thought, oh, but he in a relationship now, I like the way he really big up his women. Or it seemed like they got a little something going on with their business. But then we think about gold digger from a monetary standpoint. Change the word around. GOAL. See, a gold digger's goal is to watch it unfold and shoot up a shot. See, they sitting there looking at you, boy, he driven. He's motivated. He got so many dreams and aspirations. I see where he going. I see his goals. Let me attach to that. But they not gonna come in immediately and help you build it from the ground up. They go sit back, watch it unfold. Now I'm going to shoot my shot. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So, this is what I want y'all to understand. Like I said, men, first thing, examine yourself. Because, like I brought up, if you do it, you'll find out you do a lot to emasculate yourself before a woman or anybody else can even do it. Society, yeah, they put things out there all the time trying to emasculate men. But you gotta already see where it's coming from. You gotta be aware of where it's coming from. And you gotta make sure that you're addressing whatever you got with you. Lastly, pay attention to, if you are a man, or if you know a man, And if you feel like you got to be this tough guy all the time with men, but then you go home and you just let your woman talk to you crazy, basically it's like you send down the P. You don't have no say-so in your house. I don't want to hear that tough guy shit from you. I don't. Because, and I'm not saying be a tough guy with your lady. That's not what I'm saying at all. But be a man of character. You don't gotta be a tough guy with your lady. Because she has so much respect for you. She wouldn't do anything to try and emasculate you. She ain't leaving you and going to have drinks with her girl and just talking about how bad you suck. She not doing that. She not telling you, yeah, we on the same page. Somebody else coming to the fold and she immediately switch course. She ain't doing that because she got a respect for you. So let that tough guy stuff go if you're not a man in your household. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it and I don't want to see it. Just be who you are. That's the whole thing. Who are you? Ask yourself that. Once you determine who you are, be that. Hey, appreciate you again. I appreciate everybody tuning in as well. I appreciate the feedback. I've been posting the comments on my social medias. My girl is running my TikTok page. There I go. Slip of the tongue. My lady running my TikTok page. And she get a lot of comments out there that I've been posting up. So keep the feedback coming. And I like it all. Whether it's good, bad, and different, it is what it is. It's sparking conversation. And that's what we need to get back in the habit of, communicating. It's okay for people not to agree and have a difference of opinion. That's okay. We need to get back to talking things out versus wanting to resort to violence all the time. Let's figure out ways we can communicate better. But hey, the audio episode drops every Friday on all major platforms. The video episode, of course, on Thursdays on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate, review. When you're on YouTube, when you're on the podcast app, make sure you turn the notifications on so you know when this dope content go drop. Like I told you, you got to come here for this. You got to come here. You go see the majority going along to get along, just talking about things that's the low-hanging fruit that everybody else talking about. They not going to be transparent because they scared of how it's going to make them look. And they not comfortable with who they are. Come here for that. I'm going to be transparent with you because I want you to learn from what I went through. That's my goal of this whole thing. Make sure I can impact you in a positive way so that we can move forward. But until next time, it's true.
Sit down, you gotta stand on it. If it's for certain, less of around, you gotta stand on it. Open the curtain, it's going down, you gotta stand on it. Cause I put my stamp on it, so you gotta stand. You gotta stand on it. 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 You gotta stand.